Archangel Michael says, what happened last night was not just tears, it was a silent storm breaking within the soul of someone who still loves you beyond explanation. They knelt down in a dark corner where no one could see them and whispered your name between heavy sobs. The pain wasn't just because they missed you, it was because their own family poisoned their heart with words that you were never worthy of their love. They didn't defend you at first, not because they agreed, but because their voice was trembling too much to speak. Inside their chest, something shattered when they heard a parent, a sibling, or a cousin say your name with disdain. The love they carry for you has now turned into a quiet rebellion against everything they thought they could trust. This person is emotionally collapsing in silence because they're being forced to choose between you and their own blood. Every second that passed last night was like a dagger twisting deeper into their heart. They were told that loving you would ruin their future, but deep down, they know that losing you is already destroying them. Archangel Michael says, even though you didn't see it, even though no message arrived, your spirit felt something shift while you slept. Their energy reached yours in the invisible realm, pulling your soul into a sorrow that didn't feel like your own. You were right, something heavy was happening, and it had your name written all over it. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The betrayal didn't come from them, it came from the people they grew up trusting, the ones who are supposed to know their heart best. These voices whispered manipulation, warning them that you were a mistake, that your love was a trap, and that your connection was foolish. But those words felt like lies stitched together with envy and fear. Even when they tried to argue, they were drowned out by threats and guilt. You will regret this, their mother said. You're throwing your life away for someone who doesn't belong in our world. And in that moment, their heart broke, not because they believed it, but because the pressure felt like a noose tightening around their will. They are not ignoring you out of choice, they are collapsing beneath emotional blackmail. The silence you're feeling is their scream being muffled by the expectations they never asked for. They wish they could run to you this second, fall into your arms, and ask you if you'll wait just a little longer. Comment, they can't break us, if you feel this energy inside. Every word they've been told against you is now haunting them. They replay the moments you smiled, touched their hand, looked into their eyes, and ask, how can that be wrong? Your love is the only place they've ever felt truly accepted, but now that place feels far away like a dream dissolving in daylight. Type Amen to get blessing 747. Archangel Michael says, their family doesn't understand the truth, they see your light and feel threatened by what you represent. You're different. You came with something pure, something that cannot be controlled, something their rules cannot tame. Your person is battling themselves right now. They're lying in their room with the curtains closed, replaying conversations and wishing they had the courage to stand up louder. Their heart beats only for you, but their mind is being clouded by duty, shame, and fear. They cried until their pillow was soaked. They whispered to God asking, why does love feel like punishment? And somewhere in the stillness, your name slipped out of their lips again, like a sacred prayer begging to be heard. If you believe love can win even in silence, comment, I believe in divine timing. They know what they feel for you is not temporary. It's been tested by distance, by rumors, by silence, and now by family attacks. Still, it remains. Still, it fights to breathe. Type Amen to get blessing 115. Last night, they had a vision while crying. They saw you leaving, giving up, moving on without them. That moment terrified them more than anything else. They don't want you to go, but they're scared they'll lose their family if they come closer. They held their phone, looked at your picture, typed a message, deleted it, then typed again. But their trembling hands wouldn't press send. Their love has never been this fragile, and yet it's stronger than it's ever been. Their heart is trying to speak louder than their fear. They want you to know that no matter how silent they seem, the connection is still alive inside them. They have no peace without you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the tears that fell from their eyes last night watered a spiritual seed. That seed will grow into an awakening, one that will shatter the illusions forced on them. Something powerful is being activated. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The universe is not blind to what's happening. Spirit guides and ancestors are watching from above, preparing a moment that will force the truth to be revealed. Your person will have to make a choice soon, and this time, they won't hesitate. The weight they're carrying is getting too heavy. Pretending they're okay is becoming impossible. They're going to break through this wall, and when they do, they'll run back to you like the earth itself is splitting behind them. A message is coming, not today, not tomorrow, but it's coming when you least expect it. A truth-filled message that says, I fought for us. You'll cry when you read it, because every word will feel like a piece of their soul returning home. Comment, I'm ready to receive their truth, if your heart feels this coming. They were told you were a danger, but what you are is a mirror. You reflect their potential, their future, and the love they never got growing up. And that scares their family because they never learned how to love without control. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. They're remembering your laugh, your eyes, the way your presence made the world feel less heavy. And now everything around them feels dull, lifeless, forced. They can't take it much longer. Last night was the first time they asked themselves, what if I lose them forever? That question shattered their sleep and forced their heart to scream louder than their guilt. Archangel Michael says, a divine confrontation is coming. The truth about your worth is about to echo through the very walls that tried to shut it down. And when it does, their family will no longer be able to block your connection. The war isn't between you and them, it's between love and fear. Between truth and illusion. And love is beginning to win. Type Amen to get blessing 404. They dreamed about you touching their face and telling them everything would be okay. They woke up in tears, wishing they could go back into that dream. Because in the dream, they didn't feel judged, only loved. A door is opening in their heart. They can't explain it, but something is pushing them to fight harder for what they believe in. And deep down, they know that, what is you? You were not sent into their life to be temporary. You are the soul that awakened their purpose, their healing, their courage. And they will never forget you, no matter how far they're pushed. Comment, I know they still love me, if you felt their pain as your own. Type Amen to get blessing 369. There's a conversation happening behind closed doors right now. Someone in their family is finally beginning to question the lies they believed about you. That small crack will become a breakthrough. Soon, you will hear something you never expected. A call, a confession, a sudden visit. They will break the silence and come to you in a way that will leave you breathless. They're done living a lie. Their soul has been screaming for you. They want freedom, and they want it with you. Archangel Michael says, the chains are breaking. The energy surrounding you is shifting. Your love story is not over, it's about to enter its most powerful chapter. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They have realized one thing: if their love for you can survive all this manipulation, then it's worth fighting for until the end. They want to make it right. They want to start again. Your name still lives in their heart like a song on repeat. Even when they pretend not to care, they are crying inside. You have no idea how loud your silence is in their life right now. They miss the way you saw them, not just their image, but their soul. No one has ever understood them like you. And they're starting to believe that no one ever will again. Comment, our bond can't be broken, if your soul recognizes this moment. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Their tears last night were not the end. They were the beginning of something sacred. The moment when their heart began to choose love over fear. Stay open. Stay grounded. Stay ready. Because everything is about to change. Archangel Michael says, your patience has not gone unseen. Your tears have not fallen in vain. The angels are preparing something you thought would never happen, but it's coming. And when it comes, you'll finally understand why you had to wait so long. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. They couldn't sleep again after the tears dried. Their eyes remained open, staring into the ceiling, replaying your last conversation. Every word, every pause, every silence between the words echoed louder than thunder in their chest. Their family kept knocking on the door, asking them to come out, but they stayed still, pretending to sleep. Deep down, they didn't want to face the world that turned so cold toward the only person who made them feel warm. Your love was their shelter, and now the storm is raging without protection. Comment, I forgive their weakness, if your heart still hopes. They wish they could rewind time, back to the day before all of this started. Back to when love was pure and untouched by opinions. But now they're stuck between loyalty and love, between expectation and soul truth. They heard someone in the family say you were only using them, that you don't love them the way they love you. That lie crushed them, because if there's one thing they're sure of, it's the depth of your love. They know what you gave them wasn't ordinary, it was divine. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Their pain isn't just emotional, it's physical. It sits in their chest, it steals their appetite, it clouds their thoughts. They are not functioning properly, because their heart is at war. They tried smiling at breakfast this morning, but their eyes betrayed them. Someone in their house noticed the sadness, but instead of asking, they looked away, because no one there wants to admit the damage they caused. But they're realizing now, the damage may be permanent. They've started journaling about you. Quietly, secretly, scribbling your name and the memories you created together. It's the only way they feel like they still have a piece of you. Comment, I still believe in us, if this touches your heart. Archangel Michael says, their angels are surrounding them now, pushing strength into their soul. Because what's coming next will require courage they never had to show before. A confrontation is rising, and this time, they won't stay quiet. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are being held in a space of longing that has been denied for too long. They tried dating others to get over you, but it didn't work. Every smile felt forced, every conversation dull. You are the only one who made them feel alive, and that kind of energy cannot be faked. A friend recently told them, you were happier when they were around. That sentence broke them in half. Because it confirmed what their heart had been screaming for weeks. They cried again after hearing that. This time not because of guilt, but because they finally saw the truth, they still love you. Fiercely. Unapologetically. Type Amen to get blessing 566. They know now that you are not the problem. The problem is the fear others have of losing control over them. The problem is how others think love should look like, but your love is too wild, too spiritual, too deep to fit in any box. Their hands are shaking again as they think about writing to you. They're terrified of rejection, but more terrified of never knowing what could have been. Your love wasn't perfect, but it was real. They remember how your energy felt. How you made even the darkest days seem beautiful. No one has replaced that feeling. Comment, I still feel their love, if your heart agrees. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. They are going to tell someone soon, a cousin, a trusted friend, someone outside the family, that they still love you. That conversation will be the spark. The secret they've been hiding will begin to pour out like fire. And once that truth is spoken, it won't stop. It will lead to action, to words that finally break silence, to steps that move them back in your direction. And you will feel it before it happens. You'll feel lighter. You'll suddenly smile for no reason. Because your soul will know, they are on their way. Archangel Michael says, divine justice is coming. The people who tried to break your name will have to witness the strength of love they couldn't destroy. And they won't be able to stop what's about to happen. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. They see you in their dreams now almost every night. It's like the universe is forcing them to remember what they're losing. And every dream leaves them emptier when they wake. They touched the photo they still have of you and whispered, I miss you. That whisper carried weight, because it was a confession no one heard but the heavens. And the heavens responded with signs. Butterflies. Repeating numbers. Sudden songs that remind them of you. They're not crazy, they're being guided back to where they belong. Comment, come back to me in peace, if you're ready to receive them. They are being spiritually pulled. There's a divine order forming behind the scenes. You may feel forgotten, but in truth, you are being remembered more than ever. Type Amen to get blessing 636. Even the people who doubted you are starting to wonder. Why hasn't their child smiled the same way since you left? Why does their energy seem dimmer? Because what they don't know is, you brought them light. You were the reason they began to believe in themselves again. And now, without you, they are falling apart. This isn't over. It never was. What you two share is sacred, and no amount of outside pressure can erase what was written by the soul. Archangel Michael says, the bond is real, and soon the proof will arrive. Type Amen to get blessing 858. They're about to make a move that will silence every doubt. A step that may risk everything, but also restore everything they lost the moment they walked away from you. The pain they've been hiding has finally reached its breaking point. They can't keep living like this. Pretending to be fine when their heart is crumbling. Faking laughter when their soul is screaming for you in the silence of night. Comment, they will choose love this time, if your heart is waiting with hope. They saw your name on their screen again, either by accident or divine timing. It hit them like lightning. All the emotions returned in one wave, and they had to step away just to breathe. They are realizing now that you were never the storm. You were the calm after it. And their family mistook your strength for a threat, when in reality, it was the healing they needed most. Type Amen to get blessing 939. Archangel Michael says, this battle is not just emotional, it's spiritual. Your connection awakened something sacred, and now forces of light are clearing the path. The truth is being revealed, one layer at a time. They are about to speak up. First in small ways. Then, in ways that can't be ignored. They're tired of hiding how they feel. Tired of lying to themselves just to make others comfortable. They are starting to understand that true love is not meant to be silent. They've begun to break rules they once followed. Skipping family dinners. Avoiding conversations that try to shame them. Their spirit is rebelling, for you. Comment, let the truth come out, if you feel their soul stirring toward you again. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Someone else in their circle has quietly noticed everything. An aunt, a sibling, or a friend, they've watched the sadness grow. And now they're stepping in to speak some truth. They're going to say it. You were happier with them. I don't know why you let them go. That sentence will echo in their ears and unlock something powerful in their heart. It's the permission they didn't know they needed. And once they hear it, they'll begin to shake off the guilt like chains breaking off their wrists. The pain of separation will no longer be something they tolerate. They'll take a walk one night, look up at the sky, and finally whisper, I'm going to find them. That's when everything changes. Type Amen to get blessing 616. They're going to choose love this time, even if it means leaving others confused. Because losing you once was already unbearable. They refuse to do it again. They remember how you always saw the good in them. How you looked past their pain and believed in their future. No one ever did that before. And they're beginning to see that was a gift they can't throw away. They're starting to write again. Songs, poems, messages, everything is about you. The words they once feared are now flowing from their soul like truth spilling out of a broken dam. Archangel Michael says, when they come back, they won't be the same. They'll be stronger. Wiser. Braver. They'll be the version of themselves you always saw, even when no one else did. Type Amen to get blessing 787. They'll arrive unexpectedly. Maybe through a phone call. Maybe a knock at your door. Maybe a message sent after midnight. But it will come. They will say your name like it's the only word that matters. Their voice may tremble, but their eyes will be steady. And you will know, it's real. They will tell you what happened. The lies. The pressure. The fear. And then they will ask, without needing to say it, do you still feel what I feel? Your silence will answer louder than any words ever could. Comment, I'm open to their return, if you feel this in your spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 303. This chapter has been heavy, but it's leading to a breakthrough. One that rewrites the pain and turns it into prophecy fulfilled. You were never just a passing moment. You were a divine turning point. Everything is aligning now. The angels are placing signs in your path, flashes of their name, memories you thought were buried, dreams that make you wake in tears. Don't ignore them. They are close, closer than you think. The storm is quieting. The truth is rising. And the reunion you once gave up on is now breathing its first breath. Type Amen to get blessing 4444.